following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me, big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC. Always love the clothes of Jimmy. Fish, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star, new celebrity. We'll take you out to Jimmy Stars.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. Hope everybody is doing well. We got a great show for you today. We have the fabulously Lee Thomas and Mark Loverush. Mark Loverush was on 2 weeks ago. This is his pop star husband. And Ashley Paul coming on. And then our second guest is a great actor, director, writer, William Mark McCullough. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Before we get started, let's say hi to everybody. Starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Ron Russell. And Astro. There you go. Hey, Astro. Say hi to everybody. It's the most precious thing on the planet. What's up, chat room? We have people starting to show up in the chat room. Hey, Cindy Lady Lake. Hey, Dawn Hinton. How you guys doing? Going to be a lot of fun today. Dawn Hinton says she watched Robert Lasardo's movie American Trash. It came out yesterday, and we had him on last week. She said it's a great movie. So good. Thanks, Dawn, for letting us know. And say hi for a second, Ron.
Hi.
For a second. I'm going to turn the air down. It's hot in here.
Hi for a second. He told me to say hi for a second, so I'm saying hi for a second.
So, you guys, we saw a really cool TV series. It's only 6 episodes. It was on Netflix, and it stars Nicole Kidman. It's called The Perfect Couple, and I liked it a lot. Ron kind of liked it, but I liked it a lot. It was really good, so I recommend everybody seeing it.
That plot has been done so many times. Agatha Christie did it. Everybody has done that plot. As Jimmy says, how many stories are there only?
There's only 35 plots.
There's only 35 stories that you can do in a movie. So we've done all 35 a million times over and over again. We just change it from a Western to an outer space to a past time. You know, it's the same script. We just keep changing it around. I don't know what we're going to do with entertainment anymore. It's difficult. Trying to be unique, different, and give you, the audience, something new for you to think about and say, wow, what's going to happen next? Most people out there know what's going to happen next because they've seen it so many times. I am in preparation for my movie that I'm only going to shoot maybe in the winter, maybe February, but I'm preparing now, where I play a vampire. I star in this movie, so I have to carry this movie. I want my character to be interesting, frightening, fierce, but not ugly. And I'm playing it totally different than anybody's ever played a vampire. Why? Because I'm a gay vampire who has a daughter. And I'm teaching my daughter how to be a vampire. So I take her to this enchanted world where everybody are witches and ghouls. And it's a wonderful script. It's almost like The Wizard of Oz has gone vampire. Written by a terrific actress as well as writer, Ming Ballard. She wrote it. And Jennifer James is directing it. So it's got to be a hit movie. It's difficult to get a movie out that we have not seen several times before.
So they're saying that they love your shirt.
Oh, yeah, my Flash Gordon shirt. Jimmy made this especially for me. It's a Jimmy Star. And he knows how much I love Buster Crabbe and Flash Gordon. I grew up loving Buster Crabbe. I wanted to be Flash Gordon when I was a little kid, and I wanted to be Buster Crabbe.
You gotta love it. It's gonna be fun. So yes, everybody, things are really fun on the movie front. Some good announcements. Hopefully, will come in the next couple of weeks. But we did get one announcement that the teaser trailer for Clown Motel 3 is coming out on October 4th. So we'll make sure when it comes out to play it for everybody. And
Wait, Motel 3 is coming out October?
the teaser trailer.
Oh, the teaser trailer.
For
No, you know what happened, folks? I have the allergy sinus thing again. And I don't know what happens, but like it's water goes in my ears. From where it comes, I don't know. And I don't hear well. And that's what it is. My right ear right now, I hear my own voice in it. And it is irritating. You ever have that happen?
anyway,
Allergies here in the desert are not to be believed. We have the San Bernardino fires. Thousands and thousands of acres are burning currently. And the wind is blowing all the ash and smoke into Palm Springs. So we, with allergy, like my throat is burning, my nose burns.
yeah, you can't open the door. The
You can't open anything you can't open because the smoke comes in and it kills you.
And we're a long way away, so the people that are right next to it are really got to be
So
going through
it's
really
not
bad
an easy
stuff.
situation. California is not as healthy as people say it is. Not at all.
But that's it for Clown Motel 3. The trailer's going to be coming out. We have some other cool movie news that's moving forward. We can't announce it yet, but it's looking good. And we also have Halloween Hotness coming up October 19th, you guys. It's Halloween-Hotness.com. They got lots of great celebrities that are going to be there. It's for St. Jude's. So if you go to Halloween-Hotness.com, if you can't go to the event, you can still donate on the website.
And the masquerade will be 1920s flappers and gangsters. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. We're going to enjoy it.
It's always a fun night because there's celebrities there. There's people we know there. There's great food and drinking in the tent, and the penthouse is beautiful. So we're out of doors in the air. We're not cooped up at some studio. I love it. We go every year.
Absolutely.
And thank you very much for making me, Jimmy, a special guest. We were commercialized or advertised as going to the ball as special guests.
Yeah, it's
And
going to be fun.
that's quite an honor for St. Jude to do that. And thank you, BJ, right?
It's BJ and Brian Sykoff. BJ, who's coming on next week. BJ
Right.
Mezek and Brian Sykoff are in charge
Right.
of
Thank you
Halloween
guys for doing that.
We're also a sponsor, you guys. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell is a sponsor of the event. And so we'll be up on the red
Because-
carpet, backdrop, and everything. We'll have our logo and everything.
You know, our country, with all the bullshit that it does, that we're so wonderful and we're so great and make America great again. What was so great about it? Because nobody, poor people didn't have medical. St. Jude doesn't charge anyone for their child if their child is ill. You bring it to St. Jude and you get medical attention for free. And isn't it pathetic and sad that we Americans, big shot Americans, have to beg ordinary people to give us a little money to support these children when they throw billions of dollars to other countries.
That's right.
They've given billions away, billions and billions of dollars that could have gone to St. Jude to help these children that have cancer, amputees, all kinds of things. It's sad. Think of the parents that don't have a traditional child, a perfectly normal child. Think of how it is to live with a child that's blind, sick, crippled. It's hell. And when you don't have any money, you worry where you're going to get the money from to help your child.
Anyway.
America, shame on you that you don't take care of children.
Yes, all that
And
is true.
everybody in that bullshit election crap in that thing last night, what was that? Debate. Nobody mentioned the children to take care of them. Nobody mentioned how they were going to get thousands, millions and millions of dollars to give to St. Jude.
Anyway, it's important, you guys. It is an important cause. We support it every year. This will be our 4th or 5th year sponsoring the event. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Next week we have BJ Mezek coming on. We'll talk about the event, tell you what
Right. And
celebrities are
I am
coming.
blessed to have had 2 children who are perfect. They're very perfect children at their My children, by the way, are 48 and 55. So when I talk about my children, don't think I'm talking about kids. I'm talking about old broads.
Yeah, actually,
People say
your kids are like our demographic. Basically, our demographic is like 40 to 60-year-old people is who
Right.
listens to us. So
People
your children
say to
are
me-
in our demographic.
People say to me, how old are you? I say 50. Oh, how old's your daughter? 55. Oh, well, there's a little trouble there with the math, but
We want to thank, too, I don't know if Bee's in the chat room. I didn't see her, but thanks everybody who always tunes in every week.
it's being
and
in
shows
the
us.
chat
I don't
room?
think she's in there yet. I'm not sure if she is or
Oh,
not. I don't
Bing,
see
when
her.
you come in, I want to thank you for offering to call Audi in Germany for my part for my car. But it's been done. We have been blessed by Lucas Wayne, who has come to my rescue. Lucas Wayne is getting the part, and he's fixing my car.
Yes, he's actually an actor that we met on the set of Clown Motel 3. He and his wife, Mary Kate.
And we took to them immediately. They're the loveliest people. And I will be writing about it on Facebook when it's being done.
Absolutely. So it's a lot of fun. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please check us out on Red Circle. We're also on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, obviously, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Prime. But if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Red Circle's the best one. We have ads running at the beginning, in the middle, at the end of the show, and we actually benefit from it. So please listen to us on that.
And if you go into Macy's
Site.
bathroom in Palm Springs, they wrote a whole bunch of stuff about Jimmy on the bathroom wall
Yeah, right.
over the glory hole.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, they said they're very happy about the car, so that's good.
I'm very happy about my car also because, listen, Jimmy, our friend Marilyn Gladstein has the most gorgeous Corvette you ever want to see. I mean, it's red and it's brand new and it looks like a rocket. It's beautiful. And she and her husband came here for dinner and they pulled it into the driveway and Jimmy and I fell in love with it. Our mouths opened. And Jimmy said, why don't you get one? And I said, what? And give up baby? Never happened. So I gave up a beautiful Corvette for my beautiful Audi. I'm so happy that B. Claudia, who lives in Germany, said, in Germany, it's an iconic car and the classic beauty of its built. No other car was ever built like it.
It's a beautiful car.
It's an Audi
And I
TT
guess we're
Roadster
keeping it.
Quattro Custom 3.2 and some other more stuff. Very few were made, by the way, of this Audi model.
So
And it's bright lemon yellow and it's a convertible with black interior. Why would I give it up? I've had it since '04.
So you guys, we have three guests coming on at the beginning, and before we have them come on, first of all, we're going to have Lee Thomas, Mark Loverush, and Ashley Paul. Lee Thomas is the significant other of Mark Loverush, I think husband actually, and then Ashley Paul and Mark Loverush do a lot of music together, and she's a huge dance artist, one of the biggest ones in the world. Lee Thomas was in a band called Two Thirds back in the 90s, and it was a really huge band, boy band, dance band. And so what I thought we would do, since Lee's never been on the show, for an introduction, we're going to play one of his videos, and then we're going to bring all of them on. So it'll just be a minute before we bring them on. But first we're going to play Two Thirds was the name of the band. The name of the song is Hear Me Calling. Lee Thomas is the lead singer, so please enjoy Hear Me Calling by Two Thirds, starring Lee Thomas, and then we'll be back with all three of them. Enjoy.
Shut your eyes in real fear. Claim you're blind, holding back the tears. Close your ears in disgust. Claim you're deaf when you've had enough.
Sticks and stones may break my bones,
your tongue in disbelief. Claim you're dumb, then you seek relief. Axe your mind in sorrow. Claim you're dead today, tomorrow.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
Tell another lie.
All sorts of names will cause me pain.
I can hear you cry. Hear me calling. Silent screaming, silent crying. Hear me calling. Hear me falling. Louder thinking, louder feeling. Hear me calling. Hear me calling. Silent screaming, silent crying. Hear me calling. Hear me falling. Louder thinking, louder feeling. Hear me calling.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
Tell another lie.
All sorts of names will cause me pain.
I can hear you cry. Hear me calling. Silent screaming, silent crying. Hear me calling. Hear me falling. Louder thinking, louder feelings. Hear me calling. Hear me calling. Silent screaming, silent crying. Hear me calling. Hear me falling. Louder thinking, louder feelings. Hear me calling. Hear me calling. Silent screaming, silent crying. Hear me calling. Hear me falling. Louder thinking.
The middle of us. Yay! Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Oh,
Hi.
I'm dancing. It's
I love it. So hold on, first of all, because we have never had. Okay, so we have in the top screen, you guys. We have Mark Loverush, who was on 2 weeks ago. His husband Lee Thomas, who was in 2/3, and he's a singer that just played. Hi, we've never met you.
Hi.
You look great. How you doing?
I'm so excited. I'm a bit shy, to be honest, but I'm overwhelmed. Thank you for having me.
Shy. Don't screw that. And then
You
we
know
have.
what? I was told you're handsome. You're not handsome at all.
Oh,
And I think now it's time for Mark and I to confess. We have been seeing each other and writing each other and sending each other pictures of each other naked and having great,
I know all about it.
sex. And let me tell you something, Lee. You're yesterday. You're gone. You're finito. Finito, finito. So pack your bra and panties and get the fuck out of here.
I'd be happy to take a back seat.
Now, what are you doing? And what about the broad down there? We don't want this broad on the
Oh, we
show.
love the
We
bro.
don't want- Mark and I, it's only us, honey.
Mark,
It's you and me, Mark, forever.
Leah, hopefully I know that he's joking. First of all,
I do.
you're gorgeous.
Lee knew damn well he was going to get hit. Lee, you're adorable. And I could see why Mark loves you.
And you guys,
But I'm sorry, he loves me more. You know why? I'm 84 years old. And he's fascinated that I could still get it up.
you guys, we have Ashley Paul in the bottom screen. Ashley Paul, superstar,
Super sexy blonde.
super sexy, superstar, singer, dance artist. You guys, one of the biggest dance artists in the planet. So we're happy to have you back, Ashley. Welcome back. Let's go to Lee though, just for a minute, since we've never.
Oh, I'd love to go to Lee.
Since we never had Lee on the show. First of all, you guys, we got a lot of firsts going on. First of all, I'm a huge.
Oh, wait,
let me finish.
No, I have to say something. For everyone out there, I want you to know that I don't cheat. No, I'm not interested in Lee. I do it as a joke. Although, if I were single and I met him in a park, I might jump into a bush with him for 20 minutes.
So you guys,
I'm
There's-
happy with that.
There's a lot of first.
I have
we
to
can
say,
hear. Go ahead.
What happened?
Ashley,
Ashley,
we can't hear you.
we can't
Ashley.
hear you.
I can't really hear you.
can hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. So what were you gonna say?
I was going to say that it is nice to meet you, Lee.
Louder.
Oh, she's never met Lee.
No,
Yeah.
you two
Oh,
actually.
The
I'm
male
so-
piece of ass. If there's such a thing as a male piece of ass, he's a male piece of ass.
So hang on, you guys. Let me do. I want to do a little talking. So first of all, we have lots of firsts going on. As a big boy band fan, until we had Mark and Ashley on a couple of weeks ago, I had never heard of Two Thirds.
I like
So
that
now I'm
song.
a fan. The song that we just played was fabulous, and I don't even think that was the big hit. I think we have another one that was a bigger hit called "I Want the
I was
World."
dancing in my chair.
You guys,
Thank
so
you.
we have that going on with Lee, and we're going to find out more about him. And then Ashley and Mark. Mark under his brand Love Foundation, and Ashley being her own brand because she's a superstar. They have a brand new song called "Dance for Your Life." It hasn't been played anywhere yet, and we're going to premiere the song here later on in the show before they're gone. So we want to thank everybody for coming on first of all, but I want to go to Lee first, just because he hasn't been on the show before. So number one, welcome. We're happy to have you. We have a chat room full of people to say hi to everybody in the chat room. Actually, I should say hi.
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 Yeah, I think it's terrific. So you're in this great boy band. From what I read and from the information sent to me, basically like it's two backing members and you, and then you also have a songwriter. And now the songwriter Richard Stannard, he went on and he's written songs for the Spice Girls, Kylie Minogue, One Direction, Leona Lewis. So that's about because you can't even get much bigger than that.
Yeah.
And you obviously don't have a problem performing because you supported East 17, who I love. Actually, I have an old T-shirt I bought in a flea market when I was in England of an East 17 T-shirt from from the 90s. I'm a big boy band fan.
Like people give a shit about
Yeah, they
the
do.
T-shirt.
They do give a
They really care about.
They
you
give a
bought
shit about it. It's the
You bought
topic
a T-shirt in England.
of East 17,
Wow.
who's a huge band that he performed with. Yes, it's in storage actually.
Story.
So also you got to you've also performed with Take That, one of the hugest boy bands, Two Unlimited, Eternal, MP, Boyzone, Erasure, Brand New Heavies, EYC, Mariah Carey, E17. I'm trying to give everybody an idea of the kind. He's like Ashley. He's performing with the biggest stars on the planet at that time. They weren't anybody any bigger.
But
Yeah.
look, they're no big deal. I could put Lee and Mark. I could put Mark on the map. All we have to do is a naked love video and put it on YouTube and all those other things.
Pornhub.
We would get trillions and trillions and trillions of views, and we would be internationally famous. Especially
I'm sure there's some out there.
when I stand up with an erection, people applaud. Everybody out there, this is all in fun. So
Ron,
I'm really doing this.
Ron, did you hear what he said?
Which brings me to my next question. We two have been together for many, many years.
23.
Oh, look at that in sync. They said it at the
Do
same
you,
time.
do you ever get tired of bawling each other? It's
No,
like
it's all about spontaneous.
I tell you, can I be open?
Yes.
yeah, of course.
We very rare. Well, I don't think we ever make love, so to speak, in a bed. It's anywhere but the bed.
They don't make love in the bed ever. They always make love. Like, so what kind of places do you like public restrooms and department stores and shit?
No, we never. I wouldn't say never.
What do you say?
Yeah, I think we've done it everywhere. Have we not?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Do you ever have sex backstage right before you're gonna go perform, or under the bleachers or anything?
Unfortunately, I wasn't with Lee when he was in 2/3 because I was much younger.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm like a dog. I have sex everywhere.
So wait a second. So real quick though, going
I don't
back
care.
to 2/3 because we're gonna have to. I want to bring Ashley into this conversation also. But so I think that somebody sent me something that says you're writing a book. Are you writing a book about when you were a pop star, or what's your book about?
it is from when I first went to London. I literally went from living in hostels or homeless to literally them being signed to Sony. And it's about, instead of it being scenes, it's like, instead of it being chapters, it's being scenes. So I feel I could write those better just to give an accurate account of different times of when I was in the band. Some are hard to believe. So like, I think they'd be a good read, you know.
Oh, I
And
think
Jimmy, he used to go out with
Rupert
Rupert Everett.
Oh, really? He used to date Rupert Everett. You know him. My best friend's wedding.
Oh, sure. Rupert,
He's cute.
who dated Rupert?
He did.
I did.
When I heard he was hung like a mule.
I wouldn't say that, no.
No, but I know some guys in I won't say who, but a pretty famous actor who I know from New York City in the Village had sex with him a couple of times, and they said he was very sexy and
We
very
should try to
hung
get him on the show.
and very
see.
hung. So I don't know what
He's
that.
definitely cute.
I don't know what he called hung. Maybe he calls 11 inches hung.
Well, no.
I call 11 inches okay. Let's go for more.
Him too.
The video that you played, actually, that's when I was dating him, and he bought me that priest shirt from Rome. He was doing a film there, and
Hilarious.
I flew out there while he was filming, and he bought me that shirt, and that's what I wore in the video.
And he was supposed to that night when he got in Rome to go out to a dinner party with Madonna, and he didn't go.
It was for Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone.
And that was in Rome, and he went to a party, and we had a bit of an argument one night. That's all. And I stayed in the apartment, and he went to Valentino's party. But yeah, I was with him for around 6 months, and he was a lovely person, so funny.
And then when he saw me and him together in a club, he started hitting on me.
There you go, because he wanted you. I think you guys are an adorable couple, though. Seeing you sitting next to each other.
But you know what? You had Rupert. Guess what? I knew Rock Hudson, okay? I
love Rock Hudson.
young. I was very young when I knew Rock. I chased him all over everywhere. He never gave a shit, never looked at me once. Why? Because I had black skin, black hair, black eyes. He didn't like that. He would have gone for you, Lee. He liked blondes. He liked Nordic men.
So actually, if you were gay, Rock Hudson would have liked you too if you were a gay
But
blonde guy.
I threw myself at Rock Hudson. I also knew Tab Hunter. I made a movie with him when I was
I don't know if
19.
they're old enough to know who that is.
And
I
Tab,
love Rock Hudson, though. He's one of my favorites ever. I love him.
Tab Hunter, in my interview, said, "How did I miss you when you were 19?" I said, "Because you were stupid." I was in a restaurant having lunch with you and flirting. I almost unzipped your pants, you stupid jerk. And you just sat there eating your egg, your hard-boiled egg. Well, he started to laugh.
So
He said,
I
"How
know
did
that
I miss you?"
I know Mark and Lee are actually in the UK because that's the same background as the other time. So I know you guys are at home. Ashley, where are you now? Because last time you were in a hotel.
I'm in another hotel in the UK as well.
Okay, are you performing in the UK sometime soon, or you're just there working on new music?
No, I've been here since the beginning of June, going from show to show, weekend after weekend, from Gloucester to Glasgow to Nuneaton to Cumbria. It's been incredible and crazy at the same time. So,
Are you married? Do you have a
No, she's not
boyfriend? Do you have a
married.
girlfriend? Do you
No.
like animals?
music is my need. But like, for example, I did Calderdale Pride in Halifax about a couple weeks ago, and with Mark, and we had how many people, Mark? Like 29,000.
It was about 25,000. Yeah.
Oh.
She's gone.
29,000 people from South Africa?
No, from
No, no. In the as the audience.
in the audience she performed a show. Her and Mark did a show.
She performed. Did she have her clothes on?
Yes, she had. Her
She did have her clothes on, but as I said, since
I'm trying to bring her into our gay world, by the way.
She is though. She performs at all the
I
prides.
know that, but honey, this show is tough for you. It's like working with dogs, you know. When you work with animals, you're going to give a shit about the blonde. So when you got two fairies like these two faggots, nobody's gonna look at you or me, the old queen mother. But I mean,
I want to go back to Ashley because.
But I think you're very sexy. How many men hit on you a day?
I mean, I get a couple, but you
get a couple.
I've been focused on music, so
focus on your music, but sex is important because if you get laid and you feel good, you sing better.
And I also told her.
Wait, say that, Mark?
He's also right around the corner from the sex shop, so if she can't find a match,
there you go.
Okay, so you're running around the corner, get a blow up, get whatever you want, have a good
So
time.
hang on a second, because I want to I'm
interested in Lee's shirt. Wait, Lee's shirt. Lift your arms.
Okay, so anyway, so I've been, marketing.
Hang on 1 second.
What kind of shirt that has bleached out armpits?
It's not. It's Vivienne Westwood.
It's a stripe. It's got a stripe.
It looks like
Vivienne Westwood. I love Vivienne Westwood.
Like your perspiration bleached the shirt.
I used to be a clothing designer, and when
look what I have on.
That's one of my shirts I made for him.
Jimmy made this for me for a price, of course. I had to buy them for 2 weeks.
That's worth it.
Wait a second, I want to go back. I used to be a clothing designer. I've dressed, Elton John and all kinds of people, and so when I was in England, Vivienne Westwood is my favorite designer. I have some old pieces from her. It's so expensive, at least in America. It's so expensive you can't afford it. But I actually met her one day riding her bicycle to the store. This is like in the 90s, probably. This is a long time ago, and it was like one of my biggest thrills ever was to meet her. She was so fabulous. So hold on, I want to go back to Ashley and Mark together.
Yes, Ashley, is your hair really blonde? You have a snatch patch to match? I can't hear you.
Actually, you need to come closer to the screen.
She can't speak. Her throat is clogged.
I know that you don't really want to see if I have a snatch patch because I'm not your type.
I love you. I love you already because you play with the boys. I love you.
Okay, but I do. I was actually born with red hair, and then it went blonde. And my son, I have a son. He doesn't like me to talk about him, but he's actually a ginger, and he's still a ginger. So
keep the phone close like that, because now we can really hear you. That's
I have a daughter who was born a redhead.
Oh, okay.
And where did she come from? I wonder. I had jet black hair, and my wife was a blonde.
Okay, well, his dad is a blonde, was a blonde. But what's interesting is when he first came out, my ex accused me of having an affair with the man who blew my hair in Italy.
I was going to say that myself, but I didn't want to be nasty. But maybe you were fooling around, you think?
Because he thought maybe it wasn't his. And I'm like, are you crazy?
Maybe it wasn't. Let's hear it. Tell me. I won't tell anybody, I promise. I'll keep it a secret.
I told my ex.
Were you fooling around?
I told my ex that the blow dry was free because he used to count. And so it wasn't free, but then he wondered, why would a hairdresser give you a free blow dry unless you gave him something in return?
I wondered why my daughter Deirdre was born with bright orange hair. And then my mother said that her aunt in Italy had bright orange hair. So we're Northern Italians. So the Northern Italians have a history of orange hair.
So I have a question that'll encompass everybody then. So Ashley, you and Mark have been working together for a while, and you've had all kinds of hit singles with Mark, and Mark is married to Lee. How come you haven't met Lee before?
She's going to meet him on Sunday.
Okay.
Lee's been studying for his exam.
Yeah, his nurse degree.
Right. And we've been every weekend. We're like recording during the week and then traveling to these places all over the UK. It's like been crazy. By the time I get back to my hotel, I just want to sleep. I'm so sorry.
You're not English. You're American.
Me? Yes, of course. I'm very American.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Yeah.
Well, I was brought up in New York. I grew up in New York City. And
I hear it.
Right. And Dance You Gotta. Okay. So Dance You Gotta was supposed to be Dance You Gotta Dance. And when I recorded it, I went Dance You Gotta. So we made right, Mark, we made it kind of like the American version.
Yeah, which is not
Oh,
a bad
that's
thing.
how we got Dan Chicano, which we actually played a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago. Mark was on the show.
Ashley,
Yes,
don't
love.
you think native New Yorkers are the best people in the world?
They can be.
Native, not those stupid hicks that come from all other shit places and say they're New Yorkers when they sound like nasal twanging hicks. A real New Yorker like me with a Brooklyn accent, I have an accent that goes back 100 years. So that's why they hire me as a hood all the time.
Wait,
because my accent.
Where in New York are you from, Ashley?
New York City.
I grew up in New York City. I grew up on 2 places. I grew up in the Upper West Side and the Upper East, like 65th and 2nd. And then
Why you're a slick chick.
I'm not
I knew you were a slick chick.
79th and Broadway. That
Now
was
answer me a question, Ashley.
Side Park,
What
my
are you
favorite.
working with Mark?
Mark
How
and I,
how sorry are you going to be that he's gay?
You asked that last time.
I know that. But wouldn't it be nice if he was straight and you could have a weekend with him in the bushes? No,
I love
you have a weekend with him in the bushes. He'd never come out of the bushes. He never
Don't
would.
worry, Lee's not going to get jealous.
I'm not.
Said to Mark, what about Lee? He'd say, Lee who?
I think
Lee, I love you.
I actually-
You know why? You got a great sense of humor. You take this shit.
I love it.
Listen, when I come to England, which we do, I might be filming there. If we don't have dinner, I'm never speaking to you again.
Oh, no,
Oh,
we would
that would
absolutely
be-
love to.
Definitely and have a crazy night out and drink a lot of that wonderful beer that I love.
we got to get you
What
guys.
is that beer? The brown beer, the dark stout.
Skinny
Stout.
sauce.
Stout.
Stout.
no,
Isn't it stout?
Ale.
my
It's
grand-
very dark. It's almost syrupy.
Oh, yeah. So it's
Stout.
beer, yeah.
What we really need to do, what we really need
Wait.
is forget about the beer.
No,
Who
no,
cares?
no.
Nobody
It's
cares about the beer.
interesting. Educate the stupid people that watch our show. Hello. No, seriously, I don't mean that, guys.
okay.
People have to learn how to take a joke. When I was in England, my friend James Jessup took me to a tavern that was a couple of 100 years old. My head hit the ceiling. That's how low it was. People were short then. And the guy there brewed a beer that was almost like syrup. It was the most delicious beer I've ever had in my life. I had one glass and I couldn't walk to the car.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Strong ain't the word. It was like everybody in that bar had me. But what could I do? I was drunk.
What we need to do is get Ashley to have a show here where you come to perform
Yes.
with her, and Lee just tags along, and
Yes.
then we can all hang out here in California someplace, which would be a lot of fun.
I love that.
It's not fun anymore. It used to be, but not anymore. Fun is now, actually, New York is back. No, not really. New York's not fun anymore either. I don't know where in America is fun. We used to be a fun country, but not anymore.
I did love New York. We love New York. People.
Really uptight. Nobody can take a joke. These woke people, every fucking thing you say is crazy and wrong. It's gotten nuts. They're taking away all our freedom.
Wait, say that again, Ashley.
What do you think about Las Vegas? Don't you think it's fun in Las Vegas?
It's fun to visit. I wouldn't want to live there in Las Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
It's kind of trashy, though. The
Wait a
people are
minute.
kind of trashy.
Listen, I'm an old bag. I'm 84 years old, all right? I remember Las Vegas in the days when I wore a tuxedo to the casino and my wife wore minks and gowns and hairdos, eyelashes. Everybody was sensational.
Now everybody's in tank tops and
Caesar's
flip-flops.
Palace, you couldn't get in the casino if you weren't dressed right. Caesar's Palace was très elegant. It was fabulous. Now Las Vegas,
Tank tops, shorts,
it is a
flip-flops.
zoo of jerk-offs. Baby carriages, with the smell of the baby shit is in the carriage, and they're too busy gambling to change the kid's diaper, and the stench of shit is knocking the hell out of 5 people. You think they care?
No,
The world, where was
we're
it?
not elegant anymore.
I'll
No.
put something in it to close it.
No.
Where is it where it said the meek shall inherit the earth? Well, they sure did. The Bible somewhere, right? Said the
Anyway,
meek shall inherit the earth.
I want to go back. So first of all,
Wait, Lee, you're a natural blonde or you're a bleach blonde?
Natural blondes.
Yeah, it's not.
Blonde.
Does it look blonde?
He was right. You're very handsome,
Oh, thank you.
but you're not my type.
Oh, so you pulled away from me when I went to give him a kiss.
Honey, that's because he knows after I kiss you, there ain't nobody kissing you.
love it.
My kisses will send you to Shangri-La.
So Lee, let me ask you a question. Do you, being that you were like at such a high level in the pop culture musical scene, and now Ashley's doing the same thing that you used to do you miss that at all? Because I also read someplace that you in 2007 you redid one of your songs and it was a huge hit. Like any interest in coming back and trying to do what you used to do along with what you're already doing?
It's the performing side that I'm not that good at anymore. I don't feel like that. My confidence all went for like as I got older. So I enjoy the writing side, making videos, that kind of thing. But the performing thing, when we did a show in Malta, he literally had to kick me out.
Unfortunately, Jimmy and Ron, when he left the band, Tom Watkins, who had E17, Bros, Pet Shop Boys, and all that lot, he signed such a bad contract. So when he left the band, Tom Watkins would own anything he wrote for 10 years.
Well, until the contract ended.
So because he hadn't been in the public figure or performing and stuff and all that lot, he kind of lost his mojo or confidence, and then it kind of it never really got back.
You get over that. You have to get over that and come back and do it again, because then you guys could actually do shows. You could open up and Ashley could perform, and you guys could probably sell a lot of tickets for that. And I think that you're very cute. I don't think you'd have a problem. The videos were fun.
How dare you? Don't you dare!
And I think that you should come first to release some songs.
Oh, well, let me say something. Let me say something here, because my word is gold. Golden. Today, you keep laughing. I'm going to tell everybody your tits are fake. I want to say something. Listen to me. Today's music, hip hop shit, it's for the morons of the earth, okay? It's trendy, it's today, it's cool. Your music is for everybody. I'm 84, I was dancing in my chair to your music. You can do that for me, you're good, okay? That's the kind of music. Your music is forever music. You too, Blondie. Your music is forever music. It's not going to be in and out.
Thank you.
You should totally be coming back.
We're coming back. They never left. Listen, music belongs to everybody.
No, but he hasn't recorded in 20 years.
That's because
he's actually making. He does make records in his room, but he just never really releases them.
No, you are going to release them. Okay, go back, Ashley. Wait, Ashley.
I want to say something because I'm pissed off. I know Johnny Mathis. You guys don't even know who Johnny.
I know Johnny Mathis.
I checked him out.
I told him about. I love Johnny Mathis.
Ron, I checked him out and I like him.
Oh,
yes,
I love him. I love him as a human being. I love him as a person.
Yes, that's him. You got it.
He is kind, gentle, and wonderful. He's the loveliest human being you want to meet, and you hear it in his voice. I was talking about him to somebody, and they said, "Oh, that old guy with that old music." I wanted to punch this person in the face. You fucking asshole. What's old? He's 90 years old and he sings better than you stupid jerk. That you got to yodel. I'm going to get you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Go back to Harlem where it goes. All right? Knock it off. This is John.
You need to release music. You need to release music.
And your music is in the same category. It goes, it plays, it's good.
Which we're going to talk about
next. Let's not put age and time on it. Let's not say you're having a comeback. That's bullshit. You never left. You just relaxed a while. That's because Mark wanted a lot of sex, and I understand. You had to service him.
I am very demanding.
Very demanding.
So let's go.
And I hope you like a little.
Let's go back.
Fast and spicy.
So now, Ashley. Oh, go ahead, Ashley.
I just wanted to let you know.
Wait, watch this. I love how Mark.
Okay, quiet. Go.
What?
Go, Ashley.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm actually opening for E17 this weekend on Saturday at Darby Fry.
That is the coolest thing
What
ever.
happened? What happened?
She's opening for E17 this weekend.
What's E17?
It's the fucking band that I have the T-shirt from that you weren't paying attention to. E17 is such a great band. You know, the other band I was thinking about too, who I liked a lot, even though I'm not a drug person, was Blazing Squad. I love Blazing Squad. But
I
I
like DeBarge.
I love DeBarge.
DeBarge.
Yes.
I love DeBarge.
Yes.
You know what? I hear their song. What was the famous one? The song.
Rhythm of the Night.
Yeah, Rhythm of the Night.
I hear it now, and it's as new as it was 30 years ago. DeBarge will never age.
Okay, hang on. Go back to Ashley. Go, Ashley.
I was just going to say that, it says it's going to rain in Cardiff tomorrow. Okay. I was going to say that the songs that Mark and I did together, Dance You Gotta, Dance for Your Life, which we want you to hear, and Hearts Up is what I'm doing tomorrow. We're going to be doing those when we open for E17. So I'm really excited about that.
I want to say congratulations, first of all. I would be so excited to meet them. It wouldn't even be funny, so it's very cool.
And you're good.
I'm very excited to meet them, actually. We'll see what happens.
I would be too. Good for you, though. You deserve it. I mean, you're a hit maker. You guys are making hit songs. So let's talk about this new song that nobody's really heard. The name of the song is Dance for Your Life. It's with you and Love Foundation, which Mark is half of. So Mark, you haven't talked too much. Tell us a little about the song.
Jimmy, Julian's watching the show right now.
Hey, Julian, what's up? Hey, Julian's the other half of Love Foundation, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Julian? We'll bring you on too one time.
Is he cute also? Is he cute?
He's cute.
He's cute.
Gay or straight?
And straight.
Oh, that's good. That's a good variety.
No, bring him on so I can make him gay. I love to bring that straight guys in. I love it. Gay trade. I love gay trade.
I remember telling you last week that a couple of weeks ago, Dance for Your Life was with the Bootleg Boys. There's a bit of history. So basically, it was the last tune played at the London gay clubs every night in the clubs. So I asked permission for the guys to do the track, use the music, and then Ashley and Lucas wrote a brand new top line on it. And we've got an amazing remix from Stonebridge coming next week. He's going to be playing on Sirius XM and everything. So, and it's out next Friday.
And so people really haven't heard it yet, but we're going to hear it.
Not only from Ashley performing it.
That's right. Only from Ashley performing. Go ahead, Ashley.
No, I was just going to say, for Stonebridge doing the remix and then it getting on the BPM channel on Sirius, for me, that's like, I'm sure for Mark's probably had songs on Sirius before, but Hearts Up was on Sirius, but it's such an incredible privilege to me, and it's like one of those once in a lifetime things that you want to achieve as an artist, to get on Sirius Radio. It's like such a big deal for me. So
congratulations with that.
You have a very good speaking voice. You enunciate, and that's going to show in your singing. Because some singers, it's like they have a load in their mouth. You can't hear anything they're saying.
Well, darling, I was a singer, actor, dancer in my day. So there we go.
Yeah, you went to the performing arts school
Yeah,
in New York,
and
right?
also
the
New York accent. You have a little bit of it.
I do.
I love it. It's heaven to my ears.
So hang on, you guys. So here's what we're
out
going to
here
do.
in California, you could puke. You know how they talk? They all sound like faggots. All the straight guys, they say, "Oh, I shot her beaver." What the hell is shooting a beaver? You never said in New York City, shot her beaver. They beat the shit out of you right inside there.
So hang on, guys. Here's what we're going
I
to do.
saw her pussy is what we said.
Here's what we're going to do. The name of the song is Dance for Your Life. So Juan, please get the Dance for Your Life song ready. Ashley, we're going to let you introduce it. So you introduce the song, and then we're going to play it for everybody. You hang on. As soon as the song is over, we'll play it again. But Ashley, you introduce it, then Juan, you play it. It's Dance for Your Life. Go ahead, Ashley.
Here is Dance for Your Life by Love Foundation, Ashley Paul, and Lucas Marks, and the Bootleg Boys. Hope you love it.
Your love, that's who we are.
Yay, everybody, that's Dance for Your Life by Ashley Paul, Love Foundation. And who are the other people again? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Bootleg Boys.
Boys.
That song is going to be a hit. When it started, I thought, I can't dance to it. The very beginning. I was trying, there's a 3-rhythm hit there. So my feet then found it when the music came in, the boom, ba boom. Then my feet found 3 beats. But the kids today don't dance like I do. The kids today do all this gyro shit where they jump around and they kick. So
They'll be able to jump around a
and
lot.
so you need that kind of music to dance today. For me, at 84 in a club, I would prefer to do a slow grind with you, Mark. But if I
Ashley wants to go. She's raising her hand. Go, Ashley.
You're very good. You're excellent.
Okay, I just want to say that one of the inspirational parts about this track, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that, I have like a lyric book where I'll have 2-word sort of ditties, so to speak, that I have. Some of them I have for years, and I've always wanted to put them into tracks, different things. And then I'll come to a session, I'll say, oh, this feels like we could use this or this. So this was the first track I got to use 2 different ditties that I've been wanting to use for years. And one is the first words in the song are gold dusk is who we are. That's gold dusk. So that's the first word. And then the first words of the second verse, miracle energy. Miracle energy. Like, that's, to me, so inspirational to feel that there's energy in the air that's miraculous. Like, we always hope for that. Anyway, I just had to share that.
I love it. So I want to say my
You know
turn,
what?
my turn.
I don't blow smoke up anybody's butt. You know that, and I don't really give a shit. But if I like it, I say I like it. If I don't like it, I just move on to the next subject. I like it. I wish I had the energy to dance to it. Maybe I could do a little bit in the beginning, but I couldn't do the whole song because you need a lot of
That's
energy.
the radio edit, so I'm
You need
sure
a
the
lot-
other edits are a lot longer.
It's definitely going to be a song for the young kids in the clubs.
And they're gonna
I
love
know
it.
the gay dance clubs are going to love it.
Love Foundation just did an extended version. That's fantastic. Unbelievable.
So here's what I think.
My
turn.
Yeah, but I have to say something to Mark. My age comes up a lot. Mark, I want to know, have you ever had a fantasy of making love to an 84-year-old?
Yes, Sid.
Yeah, well, who?
Him.
Yes, you.
He said leave.
Who?
That was funny.
Who? Look at me. I'm caviar.
What it is because you every time I keep messaging you, every time I message you, you'd never respond.
He's obsessed with you. He talks about you all day.
Probably
He
true.
does.
He doesn't check anything. He
I
doesn't
think
check.
we both getting obsessed.
You know what? I am so not into the media shit. If I have, I have so many people on, right? I have people, it's like my head is exploding from people asking
Anyway,
things.
go back.
Right.
It's my turn to talk. Okay, so first of all, about the song, you guys, Dance for Your Life. So I don't know. I'm sure I asked you this before because I know Mark sent a message about it. But my favorite group of dance music, who's the biggest group when I was in that age group, was Expose.
Yeah.
And one of the singers of Expose, her name is Joya Bruno.
Who's a doll? We love
She's
her.
had huge hits as a solo artist. She did Free to Be, which was on the what's that gay TV show that everybody likes so much?
I forgot.
Anyway, there used to be this gay TV series that was super big here and in the UK. I think there was.
Oh, the one that Taya Gill was
Yeah,
on.
that one.
Queer as Folk.
Queer as Folk. She had two
Oh,
on the Queer as Folk soundtrack. Anyway,
And
as
we know her personally.
a singer,
she's a dear friend.
she's
of
been a
Jimmy.
friend of mine for 25
And
years.
she is absolutely the best of anybody. Sweetheart.
My
of a
point
person.
being that
Love her.
out of all the people that sing and everything, she's my absolute favorite singer. I have all her demo tracks that she's ever recorded, and I have everything, and I love it. And that song very much reminded me of some of the dance stuff she did,
I would say
which
so.
is a big compliment to you, Ashley, because I'm
Yeah.
talking about she's my favorite singer of all time. And you brought back little waves of energy, making me think, oh my God, these are like reminds me of the days when I would dance to Joya Bruno songs and stuff. So I think it's going to be a huge hit. I think you did a fabulous job on it. I'm sure the extended version is probably like 5 or 6 minutes.
Oh, I'd be good.
I would pass out too. I wouldn't be able to do that
No
either.
way. You have to be 19.
Thank you. Compliment. I love expose.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
And you would love Joya. You know my favorite song that Joya does? For Your Eyes Only, the James
She did a
Bond
cover
song.
from the
Yeah,
James.
she recent.
Better than anybody in the world. Her voice is
What
phenomenal.
What song did you say?
She
She
did a
recent
cover
for Your Eyes Only.
for Your Eyes Only.
It's private.
She didn't do it as a dance group song. She did it as a ballad.
It was never produced or put to the public. I have it because she did it and gave it to us. But no one has it, but we
It's
do.
phenomenal.
And we love her. But my favorite singers, and don't laugh at me, is Peggy Lee. Do you know who Peggy Lee is? One of the
Yeah.
great
Fever.
jazz singer.
Yes, Fever. Yes.
A jazz singer who knew how to do notes. She knew how to work music. I loved Johnny Mathis, of course. Frank Sinatra, not too much. He was a faker. He bluffed singing. He was more personality than song. My day, we had some of the best music. The music of the 40s and the 50s, Glenn Miller. You people should learn from these great artists of yesteryear. I would like to see a group come forward and do Glenn Miller's In the Mood today. Today's idea of what it could be with lyrics. I think it would be phenomenal. I'm against age, as you can tell. Ageism is the worst prejudice of all.
Yeah.
Because you're old does not mean you're over. You're inadequate, you're no more. What is old is vintage. Vintage is today.
So hang on, we got to go back because we only.
And
have a
that's
couple
why
minutes.
I like your music, because your music, it's timeless.
It's
that's
timeless, is
that's
for
what I'm
sure.
looking for.
So I want to
It's
go back to
timeless.
Lee for a minute. So Lee, Mark said you've been writing songs. I think that you should release a song as a single. It's so easy to release stuff nowadays. You could do it with no problem. Take some new pictures, because I actually think the picture of you right here on the TV set, you look phenomenal. Take a picture of yourself, put out a single. If you're afraid to perform for a little while, we can ease into it, but start generating interest, and then you guys could actually perform together. And I think that you could easily, I'm a publicist, it's easy to flip all that stuff.
What,
I think you could
Lee
do
sing?
What about if Ashley?
Yes,
That was Lee?
that was Lee. What do you think?
Okay,
Why do you
Lee.
think we played it?
He looked 18.
It was when he was 18.
Oh,
What about if Ashley and Lee do a duet?
little Jimmy.
I would love it if Ashley and Lee did a duet. I think that they could do a duet and it would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
They both got great voices.
Ashley, you have a very powerful voice.
Yeah, she's a powerhouse.
You know why your voice is powerful? Because you walked in the streets of Manhattan talking to a friend, and you had to be louder than the bus and cabs.
Yeah.
Trust me, that works.
So now, Ashley, tell everybody, where are you performing with opening for East 17? Where is it this weekend?
What about Endless Love, Lee? We could do Endless Love.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a beautiful song.
So now, would you turn that into a dance version?
I was actually thinking about
it could be
making,
done in a dance.
but I
version.
was actually thinking about doing an original song, like a bit like a 2/3
That's
kind of.
beautiful.
Yeah, you can do that too. You can do both. I mean, it's easy enough. You guys are all working together
Sure.
already.
Tell me, what are the hot clubs in London? Where would I go? If I went to London and I wanted to go to hot clubs, like years ago we had that broad, what was her name? The woman that owned all the discos. The famous woman, Burton's wife, Richard
Oh,
Burton's wife.
Sybil.
What was it?
Sybil.
Sybil's, right. Getting in that joint was like a nightmare because they didn't know us in England. Studio 54, we got in easily. So I told them at the door that we get into Studio 54, and he very politely said with his heavy English accent, "We don't give a fuck." So I turned around and left and went and had myself a meal.
Yeah,
McDonald's.
that's so British as well.
I was with my daughter. So I said, let's go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh my God. McDonald's is one of the best restaurants. Don't laugh. McDonald's in the UK is delicious.
I love
Yes, but I
McDonald's.
did not eat at McDonald's, I have to be honest. My daughter was not happy with the food.
I don't care USA, but in the UK, the fish sandwich is very good.
I don't have an educated palate. I wouldn't know.
30 years ago, when I went with my daughter was 16, and I took her to London for her 16th birthday. And my daughter didn't like the food. She said it's bland. It doesn't taste like Italian or American. So she wanted McDonald's. I don't eat that shit. But I took her to McDonald's because she wanted it.
So I want to go back, Ashley. So where are you opening?
We're opening for at Derby Pride, which is in Derby.
Okay.
Really? I didn't get it. Do it slowly and clearly.
Derby Pride.
Derby Pride. And where would that be?
Derby.
In Derby.
United
Yeah,
Kingdom.
but Derby's a big place. Where?
2 hours.
People want to go. Give us the place to go to.
Markeaton Pride. Markeaton Park, sorry.
Markeaton Park. All right, you guys. So Derby Pride, if you're in the UK, because like our show was like number 4 podcast in the UK.
In the UK. True.
Like recently. So we have a
We
big
have a
UK
lot of
audience. So we
English
want you
people
guys
that love
to
us.
go support Ashley Paul. Opening for E17. It's a big deal. It's a lot of fun. You want to listen to her other songs. Hearts Up is when we first had her on the show. It's a phenomenal song. I forgot the name of the song we played 2 weeks ago. What was that one? Oh, You Gotta. Dance You Gotta. That's right. It's a great one. And now the new song, Dance for Your Life, which comes out Friday. Is that when you said?
Next Friday. Yeah.
Okay, you guys.
Because I really will be in London. I'm in a movie coming up in a couple of months. We were filming Portugal and Germany. So when I'm not on the set, when I have free days, I'm going to Italy and England. I want to see some friends of mine in England and some family in general.
Jimmy, can Lee maybe be in your movie?
Oh no! No.
He's making a movie about boy bands.
I know. You can't just ask like that.
What about you being in the movie? All you
Him, yes.
put me in, I'll get you in.
No, we're doing a horror movie about a werewolf, and half the cast is going to be boy band members from famous boy bands.
Right, and you're a boy band.
And so
I can't get over you. You were a cutie when you were 19.
He didn't even know that was you.
I didn't know it was you. I bet you every faggot in London used to cruise and chase you.
They did.
I missed that tooth. I used to have a chipped tooth.
You were definitely gay trade.
So you guys,
Definitely gay trade.
so listen, you guys, follow our stars here on Instagram. Ashley is official _Ashley, and Ashley has an E in it, so ASHLEY _Paul. Mark is Mark Lover 79,
and her boobs are real.
and Thomas is at Thomas 8685. And everybody, we're gonna get Thomas to record a song. He's gonna do a duet and a solo single. And then we'll have him come back on so we can promote it, because it's a lot of fun having you guys on. We really appreciate the fact that you guys play along.
I have got to say, this is one of my favorite shows. Whenever Mark comes on, and now all of you, I get happy. Sometimes I'm bored, like, oh, I don't give a shit who's coming on. All they're going to do is talk about how wonderful they are and what they got going. That's like a commercial. Don't use our show as a commercial. We're not a commercial. We're a talk show. And you guys, I love you both. I don't know you, but I love you both. I don't know so much, Lee. I love you a little bit. Mark, I love you a lot. And Ron, I'm just learning to love. But these shows make me happy because we have over 5 million people who watch us every week. Oh, that's true. And we have 4.5 billion downloads.
No, 1.2
billion. Whatever, downloads. So we're pretty popular.
Yeah.
And it's got to be for what reason? What reason is we're a real show.
Yeah.
We're not full of bullshit artists or phonies.
We just like to have fun.
That's it. And I love you. I love all.
Thanks, Ashley.
I love all 3 of you for playing along with me. And again, for my television viewing audience, I do not cheat. And I really, in so much as I would love to have had sex with these guys years ago when I was single, but I didn't. But, you keep it in your pants, all right? And you just go on.
Yeah.
But it's all fun, Mark, and I think you're adorable. You look like Errol Flynn, you son of a bitch.
He does. He's
so handsome and so hot and so adorable. I mean, I love him as a friend, as a buddy.
Actually, who you look like, Lee? I forgot his name now, but the guy who played Dr. Cullen in the Twilight movies. You look just like him.
No, Lee looks like my friend's son.
Oh, it's Peter. I forgot. He used to be married
Stella,
to.
he looks like Stella Stevens' son, Andy Stevens.
Oh, he looks like him too, Andrew Stevens. We had him, but you look more like Mark,
And-
the guy who played Dr. Cullen in all the Twilight movies.
No,
I know.
you,
check
look
him
like,
out.
you look like Andrew
And
Stevens.
Ashley, you're just hot. You have a look all your own. You're so talented. We
You
want to
do.
thank you guys for coming on the show. We have another
Thank
guest coming on, so we got to go. So we're going to let you go. But everybody, listen to their
We'll have
music.
you back
Check
again,
out their
fellas.
music.
Yeah,
It's a
to
lot
you
of
too.
fun. And if you want to
To both
see,
of you.
if you want to see the other 2/3 song, "I Want the World," just plug it in
Oh, wait,
on,
I want
on
to.
YouTube.
I need to know: is that gay bar still in London where they had the sawdust on the floor, the King's Head or something,
Oh, I
the
don't-
Queen's Head, somebody gave head?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
It was the oldest gay bar in London. It was
Oh.
back like turn of the century. The Queen's Head.
The Queen's Head. I think the Queen's Head's there.
Queen's Head.
Yeah, that's there.
that is
That's
there.
still
Yeah,
there.
it's definitely
Still there?
Yeah, it's there.
there.
Oh, I love that bar. I want to go to that bar. When I
Oh, we'll take you for a drink.
We'll
there.
meet you there.
Yeah, we'll meet you there. Take you a drink.
It's
Alright.
a great bar. Nice people.
All right, you guys, we got to go because we've got
Take
another
care,
guest
fellas.
coming on. But thank you so much, you guys. Hearts up.
And
Bye.
Blondie, you're adorable. You're a New Yorker like me. We can't be beat. We are winners.
And have fun with these 17. All right, you guys. Bye-bye. See you
Bye-bye,
next time.
everybody.
Yay,
love these
yay.
guys.
Aren't they fabulous?
I love these guys. I love those guys. I was so happy that they were on.
Oh, no, they're very cool. They're
They're
a lot
sports
of
and fun and good looking and talented, terrific fellas. And the blonde is adorable.
fun. All right, you guys. So now I was going to do a music thing, but I don't know that we have that much time. So instead, what we're going to do is bring on our next guest. So let's bring him in, Juan. Let's see if we can see and hear him. Hello.
Oh, another cutie. Oh my God. Shit. I'm so sorry I'm gay because all these good looking men I have on the show. If I was straight, I'd have women on and would do the same thing. But I'm not going to tease you because you're too intelligent. You're a producer, director, actor, writer, every other fucking
Hang on, let me
thing,
do
right?
an introduction. So, all right, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. I don't know if he's a producer. Do you also produce?
I do.
All right, so we
It's
got
everything.
director, actor, producer, and writer William Mark McCullough. How do you do? And nice to have you, and welcome to the show.
And he
Thank
also makes your hearts beat.
Yeah,
You
does.
are so handsome. You really are handsome. You know you're handsome.
Well, that's very sweet of you to say. I appreciate it.
No, you've never
So-
been told you're handsome. You're
So wait,
full
this
of
is
shit.
my cool, outrageous man about.
Wait. No, wait.
This-
No. You've never been
Oh,
told.
he knows he's handsome.
No. I hate when people do that. People tell me all the time I'm handsome, and I say yes. Now what? Now what's the next thing?
You know, I don't play a lot of characters that are really considered handsome. I play a lot of scarier dudes. So I actually don't.
No, you could
Yeah,
be,
he's a badass.
you could be a leading man any day.
Oh, he's a
bullshit.
leading man. He's just a
No,
bad guy.
No, but you could be the romantic lead. If I were casting, I would cast you as a romantic lead
That'd be
because you have that little boy sweet face that all the women love, that innocence. Yet
So
there's
anyway,
a devil in there.
So this is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host Ron Russell. Say hello to William. Do you go by William?
Willie.
I go by Mark in real life.
Okay, Mark. Okay.
Mark.
So you guys, his IMDb is William
The
Mark
good-looking
McCullough. When you want to
Irishman.
look up,
That's because he's Irish.
I don't know. If he's,
Irish
how do you know he's
McCullough.
Irish?
Irish.
Are you Irish?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course
Me
he's
too.
Irish.
I'm Irish too. So
Irish men are very good looking, and some of the women are look at the women are beautiful too. I mean, we've had Maureen O'Hara, one of the most beautiful English Irish actresses in the world.
So hold on. We have a chat room full of people. Say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hi guys. I'm so excited to be here.
It's very exciting.
Well,
to have
we're
you
gonna-
on.
we're
I'll tell
gonna-
you. Hang
I'm
on.
gonna hit you.
I want to talk.
I want to punch him. Is
We're
everybody-
married. We fight
if
all
I
the time.
punch
Don't
him,
worry.
will everybody be upset?
Yes, they'll be upset.
Well,
It's my
well,
turn to talk. You don't know anything about him, and so I have to tell my little story. So,
Well, he's good looking. Who needs to know more?
so you guys, I was actually going through Instagram. So I'm friends with Jennifer Goodwin, and I actually helped launch their Indiegogo campaign for The Unseen. And so I was like, just like looking through Instagram, and I saw your picture, and then I saw you were in her film, and then I saw that you've been in a whole bunch of cool things. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to see if this guy wants to come on the show, because we have a 6 degrees of separation. And you have a very interesting story. And I don't know if the story is actually true, but I want to like talk about it before we talk about all your other stuff. So you were, first of all, you're from Savannah, Georgia, which is a great place, Savannah. We almost moved there. We went looking at houses there. And we have friends that live there now.
Oh, I love Savannah.
We work a lot in Atlanta because I'm a producer also, so we do a lot of stuff.
And we were there in August when it was sweating and hot, and I didn't mind. Oh, I love Savannah. Why are you not living in Savannah anymore?
No, I was in LA for a long time.
Oh, LA is disgusting.
Yeah, well, I kept booking jobs in Atlanta, and I thought, why am I living in LA? I could just live in Savannah.
Why couldn't you get work in Atlanta?
You're not listening to what he said. He just said, I'm living in Savannah now.
You're back in Savannah. Good for you.
It's beautiful there.
Oh, I love it.
It's such a beautiful place.
It is so charming.
So you guys,
so
he went to college. He got a political science degree from Mercer, which is a fucking good school, which means you're freaking smart. Then he got a law degree at American University. So you were a lawyer and you were into politics. And then I think I read, maybe this was on a Wikipedia or something, that you were in you were in Nicaragua and you had a terrible car accident. And after all of the healing, you decided to change careers and you became an actor. So like, kind of how did that whole acting thing come up? Because that's a big stretch going from politics to acting.
Well, you know what happened for
No,
me.
it's not. No, it's not. Look at performances we saw last night in the debate. The best performances of any actor in the world was done last night in the debate.
So go ahead, tell us how you did it.
So I was studying political theory in college, and I had to take an art class, and acting was the only thing available. And I wasn't excited about it at all. And I took the class and just fell in love with acting. So I ended up getting an acting degree. But unfortunately, I think this is true with a lot of programs in college. I didn't learn anything about how to get a job as an actor. I mean, literally. And so I graduated. I'm like, well, what do I do now? And so to buy some time, I was like, I'll go to law school. I like DC, and I thought I liked politics. I realized I like political philosophy. I don't really like politics. And so yeah, I went to school in DC and graduated. And a few months after, I was working a little bit. A few months after that, like I said, I went to Nicaragua, got in a bad car accident, and I spent about 5 weeks in the hospital there. And it just made me think about life, because I was telling people I wasn't happy, doing the legal path, but you kind of get caught up in that, that fallacy of sunken costs, right? You've done so much, you spent so much money, you might as well keep going. And had I not gotten that accident, I'd probably be sitting in some office somewhere hating my life. But I literally, when I healed up enough, I went back to DC, quit my job, and I moved to LA and started what I lovingly call my ramen noodle years, where I didn't know anything, didn't know anybody, didn't know what I was doing.
Noodle years is hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it. So how long were you in LA before you moved back? I guess you made a name for yourself a little bit, or no?
Yeah, I started working. Well, I spent years doing stupid stuff, right? Like the same stupid stuff almost every actor does. And luckily, I eventually found a working actor to teach me what I actually needed to know. And I found a producer who kind of mentored me. But I was there struggling for like 10 years. And then once I started, getting some traction, taking off, my dad had gotten sick. So I came back to Savannah just to spend some time with him. And being here, I realized, God, the way that the industry is now with self-tapes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I just finished a TV show 2 weeks ago in LA. I did a movie in New Mexico, and I work all over the world.
No, but Atlanta is the happy.
Atlanta is the place to go. Right
look
now,
at what's his name studio. What's his name?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler. Look at Tyler's studio. Jesus Christ, it's a city. No, we want to work. We're going to work in Atlanta. I have a couple of films that we may bring to Atlanta that I'm in. I'm dying to work in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. We have very good friends in Atlanta. They live in the rich town. What's
Buckhead?
Buckhead.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's town.
Oh,
It was back in the day, but I
that's
don't know
where
if
all
it still is.
the multi-million-dollar homes are, and they have a phenomenal house. But advice to you: don't pigeonhole yourself as playing the bad guy. You are so nice looking and friendly looking and trustworthy. You could play you could play a priest, you could play a romantic lead, You could play a pirate. You are very, very, I know, I'm in the business 64 years, okay? I know all the actors. Jimmy will tell you. From Betty Davis down the line to Jane Russell, my best friend, okay? So I've been in Hollywood forever. And I know what works. And I see it. And I hear it. My face, when I was young, was dark with black hair and black eyebrows. I could only play a Puerto Rican, a murderer, a killer, because they wanted blonde, blue-eyed Americana men. You have that wonderful, washed look that they can create. Take the beard off, you're a boy. Put the beard on, you're a villain. You have such versatility in your look. Do it. Don't let your agent pigeonhole you in like me. They only get me from my New York accent to play a soprano, a wise guy. All right? My career never went any place because what are you going to do with a dark guinea? All right? You can't. What are you going to do with a dark Italian? You put them in the same shit. Take it from me. Don't just play bad guys. You can
Actually, though, in the chat room, they're saying you make a really fucking hot bad guy.
No, wait a minute. I didn't say don't play a bad guy, but don't become a character actor who is only known to play a bad guy because the money's not there. You want
I will
to
play
all
anything that I get cast in.
better looking than Ryan, whatever it is, Ryan Gosling. You got Ryan Gosling beat.
Yeah,
what were you going to say?
I said, I love acting. And so for me, I will play anything that's fun. In my experience, what I've booked has been what I've booked. There's a lot of scary dudes. But you're right. Villains, in TV, villains die in 1 to 3 episodes, generally speaking. So definitely work with my.
And we always get cast as a guy with a gun. Or we get beaten up. Not anymore. At my age, they don't beat me up anymore. But in my younger years, they used to shoot me, kill me, throw me off of bridges, do everything rotten to me. I just died in a movie a couple of weeks ago I was in. And I said to Jimmy, I don't want to die in a movie anymore. I really don't, because it's the end of the film. You can't get hired again if they do a sequel.
So hang on, let's brag a little for him. So guys, first of all, here's some of the TV shows you would have seen Mark on. Manhunt, Sweet Magnolias, The Resident, I love that show. Quantum Leap, Cobra Kai, we're really good friends with Sean Kanan, who's in Cobra Kai. The Walking Dead, Swamp Thing, LA's Finest, The Gifted, which was one of my favorite shows ever. I love that show because I like superhero stuff. Some of the great movies you guys have seen him in. Hillbilly Elegy with Ron Howard, directed film with Glenn Close and Amy Adams. American Made with Tom Cruise, Domhnall Gleeson, Jesse Plemons, John Arsenal with Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, Jonathan Sheck's a good friend of ours, Adrian Grenier, Logan Lucky with Channing Tatum, Riley Keough, and Katie Holmes. He just finished a film called Final Hour with Eric Roberts, who's been on the show. The Unseen, which is why I invited him in the first place, with R.J. Mitt, Christian Stoddy, Rebecca Kennedy, and Jennifer Goodman. The Walk with Malcolm McDowell, who's been on the show, Terrence Howard, Sally Kirkland, and Jeremy Piven.
Sally Kirkland. How is Sally doing? Anybody hear from her?
I don't know.
I heard she was pretty sick.
The Devil Below with Will Pound, Alpha Trevette, and Tom Proctor have both been on the show. And actually, Tom was a client. I'm a publicist. He was my client back in the day. Murder RX with Naomi Grossman, who's been on the show. An LA Minute with Gabrielle Byrne. Patient 7 with Michael Ironside, who I love. Free State of Jones with Matthew McConaughey and Kerry Russell.
You work plenty.
So he's working a lot, you guys. And he has a song, a movie that a lot of people have watched because I've gotten messages called On the Run. I think it's on Tubi.
Yeah, just premiered, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
We're going to play the trailer for that in a minute.
Yeah,
so.
in every one of those movies, were you the heavy?
Most of them.
I noticed your picture on, I think it's on IMDb, and it looks like a Sons of Anarchy picture. Is that from On the Run? I think that's from On the Run.
Yeah, and On the Run,
so you're like
a gang. So, yeah.
It fits you, though. You look like you should have been from that picture. You look like you should have been in Sons of Anarchy, which was
how tall are you?
6 feet.
Perfect. What's your weight?
Like 190.
No, I'm doing it because Jimmy is casting quite a few movies. I'm going to talk to Jimmy about you because I think there's something for you.
I just got
in the werewolf movie.
Yeah, I got a couple big things.
I think
going
there's a
on.
part for you in the werewolf movie to get you away from playing the heavy. You'll
Sure.
be playing something entirely different. I think you'd be good for the part.
Yeah, I can make you not a heavy in something.
And you're the right height and weight.
Yeah, you're like you look great and
No,
everything.
you have to be.
So what are your
right height and
what are
weight.
your favorite? Like, first of all, out of all the things.
Oh, by
that
the
you,
way, I don't bullshit. If I say something, it's the truth. Believe me.
So let's go back. If you actually, I usually ask this question at the end, but it'll get me a little bit to know a little bit more about you. Give me like a bucket list. You've already worked in films with some really huge people, male and female. They could be living or dead that you would like to work with.
Are we there already?
No, we're not there, but I want to learn more about him by asking this question. Male and female actor that you could have worked with, if you could work with them, they could be living or dead. And if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you have liked to have been in?
The movie would be Die Hard because it's my favorite movie of all time.
Good movie, Die Hard.
And you would want to be Bruce Willis's role.
Good.
Or Hans Gruber, either way.
Okay, he fixed the bad guy.
No. See, you could have done Bruce's part.
Yeah.
Could have.
You know, I would love to have done a film with Philip Seymour Hoffman. I could watch that dude read a phone book. I thought he was so amazing. You know,
Great actor.
yeah, I was so heartbroken when he passed away. But I got to say, I have been so fortunate to work with so many actors that I loved as a little kid. You know, when I was working on American Made with Cruise, I remember sitting in a plane with him. And of course, he flies every scene. When you see him flying in a movie, he's really flying. And we're in this big C-134 Vietnam era plane. And it's just him and me and the DP. And we take off. And I look over and I think to myself, if you told the 8-year-old me that one day I'd be riding in a plane with Maverick piloting, I would have thought you're insane. You know, it was so crazy. And there's a lot of actors that for me, they're not necessarily a huge deal to the population at large, but they're massive to me. Like Michael Ironside, like my dad loved Scanners. Like he loved it. And so I saw that 100 times, right? And then as a little kid,
Starship Troopers and Starship Troopers.
Yeah, so many things. He's so good.
Like, hang on, wait, let him finish.
So I saw the first season of Cobra Kai, right? And as a kid, I loved the Karate Kid. And I called my agents up and I was like, look, I don't care if it's one word, get me on that show. And so they eventually got me on one episode, a little small role. But I got to work with Ralph Macchio, which again, you know, for most people,
We like Ralph.
It was amazing.
I interviewed Ralphie. He's nice.
Yeah,
he was such a sweetheart. I remember the first, the scene ends with us kind of getting ready to do a fight. And I'm supposed to be like the bad guy. And they call cut. The director looks over and he's like, Mark, could you not have that big smile? I was like, dude, I'm sorry. This is just like, that smile in this moment. So I've been very, very lucky. You know, I love Nicolas Cage as a kid. You know, like some of my all-time favorite movies were Nick Cage movies. So I feel if I never booked another thing the rest of my life, I've been so blessed to work with so many actors that I just worship as a so
what season of Cobra Kai are you on? What season were you in?
I think it's not this season. I was in the last episode of last season.
Oh, okay. Are you on? Yeah. Now you don't mean the last season like the 6 that they just gave us. You mean the actual full season?
Right, the last full season.
Are you one of the bad guys in the truck? Like when
I'm the guy who's
they try to
the truck.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I knew that exactly. Oh my gosh, good for you though, because it's a great show. I mean, it was the #1 show in the world, so being on any episode is a big deal. Go ahead.
Okay, let's talk about actors being fans of other actors.
Mm-hmm.
As a young fella in my teens, I was madly, totally, completely in love with Sophia Loren.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was the most gorgeous woman I have ever seen. Well, at 19, I was in a movie with her. Okay, and I got to meet her and I got to kiss her. She kissed me actually on the cheek. So dreams come true. Now, Jane Russell, who I thought was the sexiest, most beautiful woman in the world, I was madly in love with. I became best friends with for 30 years.
Wow.
We used to hang out in each other's houses. We went out together. We went to dinner. We went on dates. So you see, we actors, we all have somebody that we look up to.
Mm-hmm.
And you're lucky, I mean, to have met those people. I met some of the people you've met.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's phenomenal. Like I have my actual person that that a lot of people don't think is a big deal anymore, but for me it was such a big deal because I'm an 80s kid. So for like me, my ideal interview to get on the show is Molly Ringwald because I'm a huge Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink.
Molly Ringwald.
You know, and like,
She
so
was
for
here-
him, it's no big deal. No,
Because she was in the business for a minute.
she hasn't. She's worked every day for 30 years.
Where?
You just don't see anything. Anyway, Molly Ringwald for me would be like the biggest.
I
deal
want to
ever
ask.
if we could get him.
I want to
get
ask
her.
William. Are you married?
I am not.
Oh,
Oh wow, she's
wait a
I-
second.
I-
Hang on. I have a daughter. Don't laugh. If you saw her, you'd drop dead.
I'm sure she's beautiful.
She looks like Grace Kelly or Michelle Pfeiffer. She was first runner-up in Miss America teen. She was Miss New York. She was Miss Long Island, and she hated every minute of it. She was one of New York's top models and quit. And I said, Leslie, why did you quit? She said, I can't stand the vanity of it and people touching me. She's an Italian girl who cooks, takes care of her home, and is lovely. But she's an old maid.
He's young. Ron's 84. We're married.
Yeah,
Ron's
but
84.
I'm not marrying him. My daughter is.
I know, but your daughter might be a little bit older than him.
How old are you?
I bet he's only like 40.
Are you over 50?
35 or
Are you
40.
over 50?
No, I'm not.
He's like 35, right? Or 40.
Whatever. It's like
He doesn't want to give his age away.
It's not good, though, to give your age anyway.
Do you like older women?
I have a girlfriend, so it's all good.
Okay.
Now,
Sorry to your girlfriend, but I'm always pushing my daughter. She's gonna kiss the sucker one of these days.
so one thing that's cool, I think, about what you've done is a few of the things, even if you only got to do an episode like Cobra Kai, these are like some of the biggest things, you know, like The Walking Dead. Like, so when The Walking Dead first came out and it wasn't as big of a show as it is, we had everybody from the show on the show. You know, we've been around for 17 years.
Yeah.
This podcast has been
We're the
around for
longest
17 years.
podcast that's been.
We're one of the first ones
And I want
ever.
to tell you right now, we have 5 million viewers every year, every week. Every week.
Every week.
And we just celebrated our
1.25 billion downloads.
1.25 billion downloads. So your mug is going to go all over
Yes,
the world.
yeah, everybody's going to love it, and hopefully we're going to
So
get.
promote
Hopefully, some
yourself.
people are going to
Wait,
like
wait.
contact you for jobs.
Willie, say what you want to say because this is the best commercial you'll ever do. So
First of all, you
tell
guys
us-
can follow him on
Shh.
Instagram.
I mean,
It's
I
W Mark
really want to
McCullough.
punch you.
No, you need to.
I know I need to punch you in
No,
the
just
face.
stop.
I need to hit you so hard that you respect me.
No, stop.
But wait a minute, Willie.
He can't.
Tell people
we
where.
need to do his
Shut-
commercial,
shut-
not
shut.
him. We're doing.
I
the
want him to
commercial.
tell people where they could reach you for work.
on Instagram. That's where I got him.
No, don't you have an agent?
Sure. I have a couple of agents. You can go to IMDb Pro and find my
There you
website.
go. That's the way you do it. You don't give that information out to 5 million people. Fucking crazy people.
What, his
stalking
agent?
him.
But
The agent doesn't- the agent
so 5
doesn't-
million people.
I'm easy to find.
But the agent earn his money.
No, he's easy to
Let
find.
the
So I want to
agent
go back.
earn his
So
money.
you're on The Walking Dead, Cobra Kai. What else? Like some of these things, I'm not sure. I didn't even know there was a Sweet Magnolias TV
Did
show.
you ever get to meet Sean Kanan?
Yeah, he fights him, don't you?
Who's
Sean
that?
Kanan.
Sean Kanan played Mike Barnes in Cobra Kai. I believe he's the one. Oh no.
I just work with Ralph.
Okay. Yes. Sean wasn't the one who lost his car. That's right. Okay. He steals the bus or something. Okay. Anyway, we should introduce you. You'd like him. He's a cool guy. And he's in the last season that the 6 episodes they just did, but he was actually the star of Karate Kid 3.
Oh, cool.
He's also on Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah, now
and
they
many
brought
other
they brought
things.
him back on Bold and the Beautiful.
He's been on it for 30 years. It's very cool. So basically, then you did you take, because you're always a heavy guy, like did you have to take like fighting lessons or things that like make you be a bad guy, like because you have to fight a lot probably, right? I haven't seen all of your work, so I don't know if you have to fight or you're just a mean guy with mouth and you don't ever have to actually.
Do you have an Irish temper?
I used to have a very, very bad temper. So, for
Irish
me to
temper.
what's that?
The Irish people are very hot tempered.
But now I live a very chill, drama-free life. But yeah, when I was younger, I grew up in a trailer park, and there was a lot of rough and tumble days. So I just pull from what I experienced.
How was it working on Hillbilly Elegy? Because it's such a a cool film, and with the way the world is going right now, like I have actually not seen it, but I've read all kinds of things about it. You're the first person I know that's actually like been in it. But how was that for you, just in general, working with all those superstars?
It was amazing. You know, I did the audition by tape the way I always do, and I went to Atlanta for the callback. When you go to a callback, you know, you don't know what you're going to expect when you walk in that door. And I walked in, and it was just Ron Howard sitting on the other side of the table. And he stands up and he walks around the table and shakes my hand and says, "Thanks for driving up from Savannah," which no director had ever done that when I, went to a callback. And he was as nice as you would imagine that Opie could be. I mean, it was just like amazing. The other thing that was very interesting about working with Ron Howard, I've worked on a lot of projects and I have never had rehearsals, like real rehearsals ahead of time. And I went up to Atlanta a month before we began shooting. And it was just Ron Howard, Glenn Close, Amy Adams, me, the other actors. And we just rehearsed the scenes with no crew, no camera.
Yeah. Table reading.
No, he's saying an actual rehearsal.
Oh, that wasn't a table reading?
What's that?
It wasn't a table reading.
No. It was actually on set doing rehearsals.
Doing the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been at work. I've never worked on anything that does
Jimmy
that.
will
Awesome.
tell, when Jimmy makes a contract for me, in my contract, it states that I get a rehearsal. I don't do a movie without a rehearsal because you have to learn where you're going and what you're doing and how it plays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like filming today because they shoot it and use it.
Mm-hmm.
And you fuck it up. Don't put my fuck up in your shot.
They don't have a budget to do many, so I think it's cool that you get to do that. But just the fact, like Amy Adams is one of his favorite.
I love
actresses.
Amy Adams.
And Glenn Close is
Glenn,
one of the finest actors that ever.
These are brilliant.
She's one of the finest actresses that have ever lived.
These
I
people.
tell you, I met them at rehearsal, and they were both wonderful human beings. And when I showed up for the shoot, I didn't recognize Glenn Close. Like she looked, her makeup and hair. I just thought they had an extra that was coming in. And when I realized it was her, I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" Yeah, it was a joy. I had so much fun on that film.
I love it.
Well, you work with two great people. Maybe you learn something from them.
How is Channing
If
Tatum?
I work with fine actors, good actors,
Mm-hmm.
I learn something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
Channing Tatum was the most down-to-earth dude.
Channing Tatum. I just asked him.
Like he had gained a little weight for the role and had a beard. And he walked up to me and he calls me by my character name the very first day I'm on set. And I just thought he was like a local actor because he looks so different from what you're normally seeing. But he was so cool, down to earth, and he just made everybody feel good. He laughed, he joked. And Steven Soderbergh was brilliant. Like that dude shoots 8-hour days. And I remember when I wrapped, I went up to him and I said, "Steven, man, this is amazing that you're able to get these days done with 8 hours." And of course, he's like the camera operator. He's the director. He's doing everything. And he looks at me and says, "If I can't be the best, I might as well be the fastest." Which
that's
so cool. But it was a fun one too.
He is one of the best.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever heard rumors about an actor that you'd be working with as they are difficult and they are not nice?
Mm-hmm.
And then they turn out Eric Roberts, who we've worked with.
Mm-hmm.
You know who he is, Eric Roberts.
You did a movie with him.
Oh, you did it. Eric is a wonderful actor, fine actor. And his sister is a bitch on wheels. Nobody likes her in the business. Julia Roberts is very disliked.
Mm.
And Eric is the opposite. Eric is a sweetheart. He is the nicest.
We got about 7 million plays when he came on our
And
show.
I wonder how one comes out so sweet and nice, and another one comes out so stuck up and nasty.
Hmm.
I'm glad that
Roberts, I have no idea about her, but Eric Roberts is cool.
he's a doll.
Yeah,
he's
he's
a doll
fabulous.
of a guy. I met him on the set. We got along beautifully, and no problem. And I was warned. He's like his sister. He's temperamental. The only thing is he can't remember lines, so he's always using, which is okay. I use an earplug. I'm 84 years old. I can't remember when I took a last piss.
Which one of all the different films that you're in, like, do you have one of them that is like the one that you were like enjoyed the most, or is your favorite one? I'm sure you like all of them because some of them are so huge. But do you have a favorite in all of them?
I'd say that it's various aspects. So I think overall, it's really hard to beat the work I was able to do on American Made. I spent a month in Atlanta, then we shot for almost a month down in South America, then a couple of weeks in New Orleans. And I'm playing in the movie, I play Tom Cruise's co-pilot. But it was just, again, as a little kid, I just loved Tom Cruise, and getting to like sitting the plane with him as he's, flying around. That was really cool. But like I say, the movie that just came out on Tubi, On the Run, I was I used to only ride a motorcycle for a long time. And I was in a really bad motorcycle accident back in 2019 on my way to a film set. And so I'd not ridden since then. And in that movie, I play a motorcycle gang leader. So I got to ride again for the first time since the accident. So that was a lot of fun.
Cool.
But every movie, let me say every movie, 99% of the movies I've worked on, I've had a blast. I come from a family of hardworking people who do, hard jobs. A lot of the women in my family are maids. The men do construction work. So every day I wake up just feeling so grateful to do something that I love to do, that, to be honest, I do for free. I mean, I don't run around telling producers that, but I would.
Don't ever say that. You'll get a million phone calls.
One thing I want to say though about your career, because this show's been on for 17 years.
I've only worked for free once.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because the person who made the film is one of my best buddies.
Right. I don't literally work for free. I'm just saying, like, if you'd asked the 20-year-old me, hey, you're going to be in this huge TV show or this huge movie, but we can't pay you, I would have done it because I love acting. I just feel so fortunate.
I do it if I like the person and their budget is crappy. And they said, Ron, could you come in, a gratis?
One thing about you, though, is that you don't. So going down your IMDb, because every week I have to go down the IMDb of whoever's coming on the show. You're one of the very few actors that have been on this show, and we've had hundreds, 17 years.
Thousands.
A week. We've had many, many, many actors on the show. You're one of the very few actors that doesn't have, 10 or 15 really shitty movies that they made at the beginning. Like, you really much almost started at the top. Which is very kudos to you. Congratulations. It's a really big
I started with
deal.
The best movies. It's now that I'm doing all the shitty movies.
Yeah, he went in reverse.
65 years later, I'm in Clown Motel 3. So I'm in 5 clown fucking movies. All clown titles.
So you guys, Mark has a movie. It's called On the Run. It's on Tubi right now. We're going to play the trailer. So Juan, get that trailer going. You introduce it for us, and then we'll play the trailer for everybody to check it out.
Sure. It's a movie about a man, a motorcycle gang leader, who gets sent to prison because his best friend testifies against him. The best friend takes his daughter and raises her as his own. And when my character gets out of prison, he's going to find his daughter and get revenge.
Get her back?
Get her, yes. Get revenge. On the Run, everybody. Here's the trailer.
Get revenge or get her back?
Both.
Both.
All right, guys. Here's On the
So
Run.
you're a bad guy again.
15 years ago, I testified against someone that used to be my friend. It means there were witness protection.
So, I got a really big opportunity with the band in New York. Haley's cousin got a connect. You can line up some shows, maybe get us to open for someone big.
You're not going. You're staying put. And that's that.
I agree with your father.
Glad you decided to show.
Why do we always have to hang with our parents and their friends?
Hey. Sorry, I can't borrow you.
What are you so worked up about?
Paige found the patches.
She doesn't know what that means.
I just keep feeling like something bad's coming.
Nothing will happen for at least another year. Relax.
I'm gonna take back everything you stole from me all those years ago.
Someone in the agency didn't want me knowing Vince got out of prison.
No one breaks the code. You can't come back from that. He just wanted you to be safe, okay?
Well, that didn't happen.
So Dawn in the chat room actually says the movie's
Where were
great.
you in that
She saw
trailer?
it. He's the guy in the beard. He's in it like
I know,
every
but
other scene.
they didn't show you correctly. I would have.
They never show me enough.
I would have objected to it.
Oh, like you have any choice.
No. Well, no. If I were he, I would have said, "Listen, let's do a close up of how handsome I am, because this way women will watch the movie."
They're already watching it. They loved it in the chat room.
Listen to me.
It's
Women,
currently the most liked film on Tubi.
Yeah, it's the #1 film on Tubi.
but I didn't see your face in the trailer.
Watch the movie, you'll see my face plenty.
Good.
Everybody watch it, you guys. It's called On the Run. Everybody's got Tubi. We watch it every night. Congratulations on that one, because you're basically like the main character besides the two girls. And
The plot sounds good.
Looks off. Yes, it looks awesome.
Sounds like an interesting plot.
It's a good movie.
And again,
You want to give us a little teaser? How do you get her back?
A lot of bad things happen in that movie.
He said,
I mean, are you forcefully getting her back or lovingly getting her back?
You know, he's forcefully getting her back. But I got to say, you know, every character I play that is called a villain, I always have to figure out a way in my own mind to make them the hero, because no one moves through the world thinking they're a villain. But this one was easy for me because the dude's daughter was taken, you know, and his best friend testified against him. So I think if you watch this film, yeah, he's technically the villain, but I think a lot of audience members understand where he's coming from and kind of side with him a little bit.
Totally. He wants his daughter back, and he'll do whatever he can to get her back. That's understood. I mean, and being evil about it, maybe the people that have the daughter are the evil ones.
Exactly.
You know, it's an interesting plot. I will watch your movie.
I think you'd make a good, like, Bruce Willis in a Die Hard kind of thing, though, because a lot of the films that you're doing, several of them are like kind of action, you know, films. So obviously you like action films.
Well, I have a bulletin. Guess who's going to play the next James Bond?
Who?
My sweetheart, Jason Statham.
Yeah, I saw a thing that
I love Jason Statham. I love his work.
That's his favorite. He doesn't really like the action movies, but he likes Jason Statham.
You know why I love Jason? He doesn't do anything. He doesn't speak. He doesn't move. He stands there and he tells a story. When an actor can do that, to me, they're the best actors.
He likes it that he beats up 50 people in 2
No,
minutes.
I think Jason in James Bond is going to show us that he can act.
Yes.
Instead of just beat 20 people up in a room.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
So I'm happy about it. You could have been a James Bond too.
Well, I don't do a very good British accent, so that probably wouldn't go over very well.
No, I said you're very versatile looking. You're not character. You're not Chinese. You're not African. You know, you're everybody. You could be anybody.
Sure.
I think it's cool. So everybody, we want to make sure we see. First of all, follow Mark on Instagram. His Instagram is Mark McCullough. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
McCullough. He's got this movie On the Run, which is on Tubi. How did you like moving back to Savannah? I guess you're around family, so you enjoy that. We have a friend who lives there. Bobby Eakes was a big soap opera star, and her husband's an actor.
Do you know Bobby Eakes?
And,
I don't.
And I
What I love about Savannah, nobody gives a shit what you do for a living, right? I've got buddies that we go out and have drinks. They don't know that I'm an actor, and I don't know what they do for a job. It's just, are you cool? Do you like hanging out? And I love that. It's just a very chill, relaxed place, and I very much. I travel a lot. I think this year I've been out of town probably 5 months working, but this is a great place to come home to.
You know what I find interesting about Savannah? You're very south, extremely south, but yet you do not have a southern accent. No one in Savannah speaks like that old down south. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So
I'm from Florida, so like
he has an accent.
I'm from Florida, and we.
I have an accent, Brooklyn.
I have a production
Can't beat
company.
my accent.
I have a production company that works out of Atlanta that I'm a part of, and we've got like a bunch of films that we're working on raising money for to shoot in actually Georgia. So hopefully we're going to be there sometime soon, and.
So maybe he'll call on you.
So yes, now I have your contact information. Plus, I do have this really big werewolf movie thing that's turning
And that
into a big
movie
deal.
has a very large cast to be casted.
Yes,
so it's not like
I've got an A-list director.
It's not a 6-character movie.
Yes, it's a good one.
Many.
Hopefully, we can get you in on some stuff. But either way, I want to say, number one, your career is phenomenal. You really haven't been doing it You know that.
No, I have a hunch about him.
He's going to be big. I think you're going to be big. Even if you become the biggest villain, you're going to be big.
I have a hunch about him. I'm always right. I did it with Bernadette Peters. I did it with quite a few celebrities when they were nothing. They were just starting. And I told them, you have it. He's got it. Whatever it is.
He's telling you the truth, too. Like, a lot of, like, he met Bernadette Peters before anybody knew who she was.
I met her in a fabric store in the Village. And we were just chatting. And I said, and what do you do? She said, oh, I want to be an actress. I'm a singer. I said, oh, you're a singer? With a New York accent. And her sister was there. And her sister said, oh, she's been singing since she's 5 years old. I said, oh, that's good. And then in talking to her, I said, you know what? You're going to be very famous. And years later, I went to see a movie in New York, Bluebeard, with Richard Burton. And coming out of the lobby, who was there but Bernadette and a fella? And I went up to her. I said, hey, Bernie, remember me? She looked at me, stared at me, and she said, yes, I do. I said, you're full of crap. You don't know who I am. She said, yes, I do. She said, I don't remember where it was, but we met. You told me I was going to be a famous star.
Wow.
I said, and you are. You're Broadway's baby. And she said, you were right. You did it. And I've done it with a few other people.
He's actually been really good at
there's
it.
a sense I get.
Singers, too, he's gotten that where nobody's an hour really big. So,
Lily
it's a big
McLeod is another genius of a performer, singer. And she's going to be sensational. She's starting to happen. You know, we know that. I know actors that I know so many actors who I know are never going to do it. They just are not it. They don't have anything that is interesting. They just are like people.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody comes along that has it. I never had it. I was a stand-up comic for 46
We got to go,
years.
so you got to end this.
And as a stand-up, I had it. But in film, I never had it. Never.
Well, guys, thank you for letting me be on here. It was a pleasure. It's so much fun.
I think that you're
gave us a-
terrific.
you gave us a
Congratulations
good
on
show.
all the stuff that you've got going and anything that you've got coming up. And everybody, please watch On the Run. Let's keep it #1 on Tubi. Check it out. And thank you so much for coming on the show. And everybody tuning in, we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Thanks,
Bye-bye,
Mark.
Lily.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Can try not to be so wrong. Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. So come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.